Hello, Bob Ullman here. Hey, let's get a little light on the subject. There we go. Bob Ullman here, Nashua, New Hampshire. Good to see you this morning. Happy Monday. And hey, yes, I'm going to see some of you in Denver this week, and I look forward to it. And that'll be the 19th of the month on Friday. I'm heading out to Denver for my main business. And certainly click on the link if you're interested in finding out more about it. But we have a lot of fun. We have 4 events a year, and they really, really are fun. So I'm going to keep it short. I'm very focused this week. I've got some production I've got to do and so forth. So I'm having a very focused week. I want to continue with my videos because I made a promise to myself that I do them, and I do feel I can always find something to kind of talk about and give some information on. I will say I was very excited with our morning mindset call today. We had a gentleman named Don Green that is CEO of the Napoleon Hill Foundation, and also Greg Reed, who co-authored the book 3 Feet from Gold, also works with the foundation. And they were guests on the call, and what a wonderful call. It really was good. And I'm very, very impressed by the whole situation. I love the book Think and Grow Rich. I love Napoleon Hill and what he's given us. So maybe we should just talk a little about that today. And I realize I do talk about it, but the thing is, you can't really think about this and reread this book and work on your life's purpose and your goals and your definite chief aim and all the things you need to do this. I mean, really, it's a study. It's a lifetime study. So I consider myself a practitioner of the Think and Grow Rich philosophy. I'm just going to let that ring at this point. So it's going to have to ring, unfortunately. Well, I guess it got transferred to my other phone. Anyway, but it's as a study. In other words, this is a constant thing. It's not something you just read once. It's not something you just look at once. It's not something you think about once. It's something you make a study of. It's that important. I mean, I have what's called the self-confidence formula. I repeat every morning. I'm still in the process of trying to memorize mine, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it. But at least I'm doing it every morning, and that will help. So, I mean, I'm a practitioner of this, and I guess it's another great theme that I can talk about today is why. I mean, you might say, well, Bob, what do you need this stuff? What do you need to study? You're doing fairly well. Your business is going good. It's been going better. You got a lifetime of sales behind you. Well, because I learned that you don't know what you don't know. So I don't know a lot of things. And the day I stop learning, that's the day I start going backwards. So you're either going, in life and in business, you're either going forward or you're going backwards. I mean, it's very simple. You can either go forward or you can go back. If you don't, there's no staying the same. It's kind of like going upstream in a boat. You're going up against the tide, against the stream current, and you're paddling. And if you paddle fast enough, you can make some progress, even against the stream, the flow. The minute you stop paddling, what happens? You start going backwards. You start moving back. So that's the way life is. You've got to always move forward, be moving forward. And one way is to realize we don't know what we don't know. There's so much out there that we don't know. How do we know what we don't know? But, the kind of person that's always saying, oh, I get it, I got it. Oh, yeah, no, I know everything. I know that. Well, they've stopped learning. And if you stop learning, your success is short-lived. You cannot have long-term success with an attitude of, I don't need to learn anything. It just can't happen. So that's what I advise. One way that one of my mentors, Kevin, has talked about here, Kevin Trudeau, when he mentioned the one way to think of this is the radar screen. I love that. This comes right out of Your Wish Is Your Command. The radar screen concept of it's kind of like you have a little 3-foot radar screen in front of your face, and when you're in that radar screen, you can just see everything going on in that little 3-4 inch little radar screen. Okay. However, when you look off the radar screen, there's a lot there. Well, that's kind of the way it is. It's like, we can all see what's on the radar screen, but what about what's off the radar screen? How do we know? So let's keep an open mind. Let's understand we don't know what we don't know, and keep learning, keep learning. And I advise Think and Grow Rich. I advise our calls in the morning, our Think and Grow Rich calls. They're free. They're free. A young man named Paul Hutchings, has been hosting them, and some other folks, Doc Fran and John Chapman, have been helping him. And we read from this great book. And I mean, there's no companies mentioned. It's all generic. Sort of like my calls here. My videos here. I try to keep these very generic. I want them to be helpful, regardless of company or companies. If you want to join me, I'd absolutely love it. I'd love you to work with me, and my links are always in there somewhere. But I don't want to be talking about this company, that company, this and that. I want to be talking about things that can help you. That's what I like to do, and it helps me too at the same time, because I'm reviewing as I review this stuff. It's sinking more into my mind as well. So I'm in the process of learning just as much as you, and I love to connect with like-minded people. So never hesitate to connect with me if this is your kind of thing. Anyway, Bob Ullman saying you have a great day, and we'll catch you tomorrow. I'll be doing these right till the day I go away on Friday. Okay, so we'll talk to you later. Bye bye now.